Hey guys, I'm Mike with Resistance Photography, and I am that one guy, Mike. As some of you guys may know, I recently started a vlog series on weddings. Pretty much the purpose behind my vlog is to overcome talking in front of the camera. I'm not good with my words. I really can't speak to the camera that well, and I can't speak to other people that well either. Growing up, I was a pretty shy kid, and so I'm trying to break out of my box and trying to get comfortable talking to people and portraying my thoughts the way that I think them inside my head. Today I'm going to be talking about wedding attire. Now I know this may be different for different parts of the country, different parts of the world, and different areas wherever you're from. I'm going to explain a little bit about my area and how it's okay where I live. So some of you guys may know I actually live in California. I'm an hour and a half from San Francisco, hour and a half from Sacramento, hour and a half from Fresno, and around an hour and a half from the mountains, give or take, depending on where you want to go. We have a pretty cool market, I'm not going to lie. It's pretty neat, especially working in the Bay Area. I love working in the Bay Area. Pretty much anything goes. When I first started doing weddings, I didn't really know what to expect to wear. I just figured I had to dress in nice pants, a nice shirt, nice shoes, and then show up to that wedding. Of course, I didn't show up in jeans and a t-shirt and just some regular Nikes or whatever. Some of you guys may do that. That's perfectly fine if that's cool in your local market, but I never did that. When I first started, I was actually working at the mall. I was selling hermit crabs. I'm not going to really explain too much about selling hermit crabs. I know that's kind of a touchy subject, and there are people that are kind of offended by that or bothered by that. I'll keep my thoughts personal on that, but I did what I had to do at the time to make money without really knowing what I was doing too much. So I was working at the mall maybe 10 hours a week, 15 hours a week. And like I said, I live in California. Rent's pretty expensive here. So I couldn't really afford to do too much. And I didn't even know I was going to get into weddings in the first place. As time went on, I actually learned a lot. Oh, sorry. It sounded like somebody was getting ready to wreck out there. Dang. I'm in my house right now. Nobody's home. Somebody's driving crazy. I lost my train of thought. I'll try to edit this out. Somebody's driving stick. Sounds like they don't know how to drive. Oh man, sorry, I got distracted. Anyways, when I first started working weddings, like I said, I was working at the mall. I didn't have much income, and I actually just barely started fresh in life. I lost a lot of things, and I had to rebuild myself as a person. And actually, when I first bought my camera, weddings was the last thing on my mind. I never thought I'd be shooting weddings. When I actually bought my first camera, I bought it for video. I didn't even know I wanted to shoot video. I just knew I had a camera where I can switch lenses and video would actually look pretty cool. I bought a T1i. I bought it fairly cheap. I think I spent like 200 bucks at the time. This was 3 years ago. T1Is are pretty much pointless at this point. They're cool if you want to use them for like home stuff, or if you're just starting out and you don't have much money. T1i is not bad. It's pretty fun to use. But I got that camera, and it's all I could afford at the time. It's all I even knew at the time. I just knew it was a DSLR and I could switch lenses, and if you could do that, you were pretty legit. So I thought. I got a burp. So when I first started at the mall, I actually wasn't making that much money. I was working 10, 15 hours a week, like I said, and I didn't really have money to go buy nice clothes. I think I had a pair of like light brown khaki slacks, and then I had like a dark brown button-up shirt and some black shoes. My outfit was kind of like not on point, if you know what I mean. It was pretty bad. And so I'd go to weddings like that. I was like, hey, at least I'm dressed nice. Because I didn't even know much about weddings at all. I think I've only attended one wedding in my life beforehand. But all I knew is people were going to pay me to shoot a wedding. I needed money. It was a great way to make money, so I did it. So I'd show up to weddings, and I felt like I was dressed nice. You know, okay, it wasn't much, but it was something. And so I continued shooting weddings that way. Well, I started meeting up with a lot of photographers, a lot of videographers, a lot of different kinds of people. And what I kept hearing was black on black. A black button up, black slacks, black dress shoes, and you're good to go. So I was like, okay, you know, if that's industry standard and that's what vendors are supposed to wear, that's what I'm going to start wearing. Well, I started working nicer weddings and more higher end weddings. And then I started realizing like those people aren't wearing black on black. Like why are they doing that? I thought black on black was the thing. And so slowly over time, I was like, you know, I'm gonna try incorporating different things into my outfits. And even when I first started out, I was taking out my lip ring, my nose ring. I was taking my plugs out, everything, because I thought, hey, I'm gonna go to a wedding. Don't want to be judged by these people. So I'm just gonna take everything out, make sure my beard's shaved. I'm gonna have a nice clean haircut, and I'm gonna make sure I look good for these weddings because I'm supposed to be a professional, and these are the things professionals are supposed to do, correct? But I didn't realize that it really didn't matter, at least not in my local market. I know I'm gonna take these out, and if you look, my ears, I mean, they kind of dangle a little bit. It's a little gross. It's a little awkward, but whatever. And I would always get people asking me like, oh yeah, you've got plugs in your ear? Like you know, you have piercings and stuff? And I'm like, oh yeah, you know, so people actually noticed that I did have these things. So I began to question myself, like, why have them out if people already know that you do? Like they already expect it. Over time, you know, I pop these in and I keep the facial piercings out and nobody said anything. It actually less people mentioned it in than when they were out. I said, you know what, I'm gonna try something out. I experimented a little bit and I did notice that people just really didn't care. Maybe it's because I live in California and anything pretty much goes here, but I know people just really didn't care. So I started popping them in and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna style my hair however I want. I think, you know, I should express myself as an artist and do whatever I wanted to do. So did whatever I wanted with my hair, grew my facial hair out a little bit, and nobody has said anything. I mean, if anything, people are actually cool with it. Like they kind of expect that, because they know that you're an artist. You express yourself in your work, but people also want you to express yourself in yourself, if that makes sense. I know that, like I said, I was wearing black on black, and I thought that was the thing to do. Slowly started incorporating different styles of outfits. Finally, finding something that I like for myself. As you can see, I just got, you know, a little nice jacket on. Nothing fancy, but something comfortable, something I like, something that feels like I look good, but I look fun. And then I've got, you know, this crazy pattern shirt, which I like. It's comfortable. I love it. Another reason I love it is it's got short sleeves. I know I live here in California, right? This isn't gonna fly in the summertime. It gets like 100 degrees, 110 degrees here. I'm not gonna wanna wear this in the summertime. I shoot a lot of photo and video, and the last thing I wanna do is be burning up, especially working outdoors here in California. A lot of times you don't get much shade, so you're just burning up and you're sweating all over the place. Especially when I was wearing black, I noticed under my armpits, I'd have deodorant stains. It was just nasty. And this shirt, you're not gonna see them really. I mean, you're not gonna notice. Another thing I was worried about when I first started weddings was my tattoos. I really didn't have that many tattoos when I first started. I had maybe a little portion of my lower arm done, but not too much of anything else. So I always made sure I wore long sleeve shirts and that my tattoos did not show. I was worried about that. A lot of people put a bad reputation on that, and I was like, you know what, I gotta cover that because I don't want people judging. Well, over time, I'd start rolling my sleeves up because it was just too hot at weddings. And then I realized, you know, nobody really said anything. And if they did say something, they'd compliment my tattoos. Like, oh yeah, cool tattoos. Like, can I see them? I'd show them off, especially grooms. I had a lot of grooms that liked my tattoos. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be comfortable. I'm gonna wear a short sleeve button-up shirt, and I'm gonna be comfortable at a wedding. You know, if you wanna rock the polo shirts, rock the polo shirt. But I wanted to be comfortable. So that's what I did. I made sure that I was comfortable, that I didn't look like a mess, but that I was myself. And I think that's the only thing that matters. Now, I know local markets are different. I know if I was living in Kentucky like I used to, I probably wouldn't be able to get away with dressing this way. I know a lot of people out there are really conservative, really laid back. So piercings, tattoos, you know, all that kind of stuff, that may be a no-go. I don't know how your local market is. I'd love for you to leave a comment down below though, telling me how it is, telling me what expectations are in your local market. I live near one of the best cities for weddings, San Francisco. It's an hour and a half away. It's great. I mean, I couldn't imagine living in San Francisco. So living an hour and a half away and being able to work in that market is wonderful. I love it. And a lot of people there, I mean, if you've ever been to San Francisco, you know there are so many different kinds of people. You don't have to worry about piercings, tattoos, what kind of clothes you're wearing, nothing. I mean, you just gotta be comfortable in yourself. That's all it's about. Now, I won't say there's one certain way to dress, because I don't think there really is. I think there are different ways to dress, depending on where you live, depending on where your market is, and depending on which portion of that market you are in. Now, first starting off, you know, you might work with a certain type of people where everyone has tattoos and everyone has piercings and everyone's like however they want to be. And then you might work with people who are very clean cut, very nice, and they don't believe in tattoos or piercings, all that kind of stuff. Like, I probably would not be able to work maybe like a Mormon wedding looking the way I don't even know how Mormons do weddings. Do they do weddings? I don't know. If you're Mormon, let me know. I was kind of curious about that. It's really random. But I don't know. But I've worked all different kinds of weddings. I've worked Indian weddings, I've worked Catholic weddings, Protestant weddings, atheist weddings, you know, lesbian weddings, whatever. Like, I've worked them all, and I'm not really worried about that. Like, everyone's been super chill about it. Everyone's been super cool. So it's nice. I like it. But yeah, I think that's it. This is my second time doing this video. I'd like to hear about your local market. You guys wear jeans and a t-shirt and flip-flops? Maybe khaki shorts and polo? Do you guys wear black on black? Do you guys dress kind of like how I'm dressing right now? Do you guys share tattoos? No tattoos. Piercings? No piercings. I really want to dig deep, and I really want to talk about these subjects that everybody, you know, seems to have questions about, but nobody has a solid answer for. So yeah, if you guys like, you know, what I had to say, give a thumbs up, preferably not a thumbs down. I'm okay with not getting those. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Tell me something you would have liked to hear. Or maybe expand a little bit more on what I did talk about. Leave a comment on a subject that you would like to hear about. Maybe something that I wouldn't think of just yet. And like I said, feel free to like this, share this, subscribe, tell all your friends about it, because I think this is going to be a really fun year, and I think we're going to be able to talk about a lot of great things. Alright, that's it for today. You guys have a wonderful day and stay blessed. Bye!